Welcome back. About to go back to Green Flag Racing here in Greenville, South Carolina. Corey LaJoie has led every lap. Sergio Pena on his outside. They get the green flag side by side into one once again.
Sergio dead even with him through the center of 1 and 2. Not quite able to keep the nose up on the right rear quarter panel.
Corey able to pull out in front as they go into turn 3. Sergio Pena tucks into second again. On the outside, Max Gresham still trying to battle Chase Elliott for that 3rd spot as they go past the stripe.
Max is hanging in there pretty well. See if he can pull up beside of Pena here. He needs to get a bit of an opening here. No opening right now between Pena and Chase.
No gap has opened up to allow him to get in. So Sergio Pena holding on to second. Chase Elliott trying to hold on to third. Gresham a little bit high through 3 and 4. And he loses a little ground to Chase Elliott, but battles right back out.
You see Moffitt pull right up to the rear bumper of Chase Elliott. Now Max has a bit of a gap there. Is he going to be able to get that nose in there?
Max Gresham looks like he's got an opening. And will he take it? He does. He takes third away from Chase Elliott.
It's a lot easier to make the move on the restart. You're already out there. The tires cool off a little bit. Max took advantage of that, did a nice job.
Tires have cycled 3 times now, as that was the 3rd caution that we've just had a restart on. Brett Moffitt tucked in behind the 9 of Chase Elliott. We see the slow car of the 19 of Chuck Buchanan.
The leader split Chuck. Corey to the outside, Sergio to the inside. That opens up the outside for Gresham.
Gresham took a peek to the outside, but saw that he wasn't going to be able to get by, and now Sergio Pena all over the back bumper of Corey LaJoie for the lead.
Yeah, he took a peek on the inside coming off 4, almost had his nose up in there.
The 3 have separated themselves. The top 3, Corey LaJoie, Sergio Pena, and Max Gresham. Now Chase Elliott moves up the racetrack, opens it up for the 0-0 of Brent Moffitt. So Moffitt takes 4th away from Chase Elliott. Elliott drops back to the 5th spot. Matt DiBenedetto running 6th.
The 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. right behind the 15 of DiBenedetto.
They're nose to tail lined up around this half mile now.
It's amazing how a restart can shuffle the field like it has here.
Early on, Sergio Pena and Corey LaJoie have stayed 2nd and 1st in this race. We've gone 50 laps of the scheduled 140. Max Gresham's been able to get in front of Chase Elliott. Elliott has dropped back to the 5th spot now as Brett Moffitt also has been able to get by. So those 2 have moved up into the top 4. And speaking of 4, Sergio Pena again looking to the inside of that 0-7. Does he have the nose in front? No, he does not. Corey LaJoie able to come down.
He's getting closer and closer, though. Looks like Sergio's car is really turning well in the center of the corner, and he has that good forward bite that you desperately need here.
Coming off of turn 4 and turn number 2. We'll see what he does this time. Coming out of turn 4, Corey LaJoie still with about a half a car length gap between he and Sergio Pena.
If Corey can hug that wall as he exits the corner, then he doesn't leave any room for Sergio to get to the inside. If he slides up the least little bit, though, Sergio will be right there.
Brett Moffitt over the back bumper of that 18 of Max Gresham. Moffitt wanting to repeat here at this racetrack. Again, won the first race of the season of 2011, which was hosted by Greenville Pickens Speedway.
Boy, Moffitt thought about diving to the inside of Gresham. Didn't quite have the room. You know, right now, Corey LaJoie's leading this race in a Ford. Then you have a bunch of Toyotas behind him. Would you believe that Toyotas won every single race this year?
It's shocking. It's shocking. 9 races that have been run, and not one other manufacturer has been able to get to victory lane other than Toyota.
And remember, this is a spec engine in this series. All these competitors are essentially running the same engine. And with very, very strict rules as Moffitt gets to the inside.
Moffitt trying to take the spot away from Max Gresham. Gresham hard on the outside, able to stay in front.
Looked like Moffitt had the advantage or wasn't able to get the power down on the bottom of the racetrack, and Gresham pulled back around him.
Battle for 3rd continues. Moffitt looking to the inside. Gresham still has the spot. Moffitt running very well through the center of turns 3 and 4.
You know, Sergio Pena right now, Rick, has something that nobody else in this field has. He has a 110-inch wheelbase car, which is a 50-pound weight brake over 105-inch wheelbase, and he also has the only composite body in the field. That's another 50-pound weight brake. So right now, Sergio Pena, his car may be 100 pounds lighter than Corey LaJoie by the rules, and he's got his nose to the inside.
Looking for the lead. Sergio Pena surges in front of Corey LaJoie, takes the top spot away.
First lead change of the day right there for Sergio Pena.
So Corey LaJoie, after starting on the pole for the first time in his career, has dropped back to second. Sergio Pena out in front now, looking to improve upon that 7th place finish he had here earlier this year.
Moffitt to the inside of Gresham in the battle for third. The battle continues.
These two not only battling for position on the racetrack, but for points. They are 1 and 2 in the point standings for the 2011 championship. Gresham currently has it. Brett Moffitt trying to take it away.
That would be a 10-point swing right there if Moffitt was able to get in front of Gresham.
Coming into this race, only 80 points separate the top two for the championship. Now working their way around the 45 of Michelle Theriault. Again, she was involved in the most recent caution.
See Pena now able to open up 3 or 4 car lengths over Corey LaJoie. Gresham and Moffitt within a couple car lengths of LaJoie. Moffitt continues to look to the inside. Is Gresham going to give him room? He does.
Gresham has to move up the racetrack. Moffitt has the position on the inside. The battle between these two continues. A great battle on the racetrack and a great battle for the championship, Derek.
Good battle right now between your two top point contenders, but they've got to be easy and tiptoe around each other. They don't want to take each other out because they're both in the hunt for the championship. After listening to Max Gresham's radio, he sounded very confident. He said, I'm not pushing the car at all. I'm taking it easy and trying to protect the right rear tire.
And that's exactly what you talked about earlier as far as our storylines to win this race.
Yeah, you can burn that right rear tire off by continually spinning that thing up off the corner and leaning on it. Right now, Moffitt is able to take over that 3rd spot.
So Moffitt moves in front of Max Gresham. As you mentioned, a 10-point swing there with that pass. In our point standings, Sergio Pena now has a 7-car length lead over Corey LaJoie as Moffitt all over the back bumper of that 07.
Corey had a bad break in traffic there trying to get by that lap car.
So Sergio Pena working around slower lap traffic, but out in front of the field here in the Kevin Whitaker 140.